Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and add a marker here. And this is gonna be the start of the Healer Endwalker role quest line. So, it seems like we're gonna be going back through Alamigo, and I'm happy that we're gonna be able to talk to the Bull of Alamigo once again. It's more than likely that we're gonna talk to him, considering that this is Alamigo and Old Da. So. I'm actually pumped for Jean's free game. Oh, January's free games. Dirt though, yeah. And by that I assume you mean like Persona 5 Strikers and such. Alright. Far from free. Oh no. Fucking. They would put R involved. And, okay. Let's do this. If you're ready to lend us your aid, I'll apprise you of the situation. We've received reports of a creature believed to be a blasphemy stalking the streets of Alamigo. Troops have been assigned to track and slay the beast, but they're likely to be casualties. Looking for certified strikers? Do it! Galactium P5S. I don't even know what that is. With most of our healers posted elsewhere, we had thought to petition you for aid. Sounds like you need better soldiers, not for healers, but if— oh my god! Oh no! Okay, that's literally that's literally, that's what you— oh my god. That's literally them being like, healers adjust. I'm like, no, you. Yo, Jones, what's up, dude? You know, should have touched it. Really? But yeah, Stefan, I understand the rock and stone. What do you mean by that? Don't joke. That's a— what? You want me to pick this one? Alright. Sounds like you need better soldiers, not healers. But if I must. Well, no man or woman alive could hold the candle to the warrior of light, but in any case, we're stretched rather thin at present. Given that we know precious little of our foe, we'd sooner turn to the best of the best. Now, and best of the best now than wait until the need is undeniable. No doubt my old Dan comrades will be heartened to have you fighting alongside them. You see, as they've been, there have been no sightings of any blasphemies in our lands. We have joined Anamigan allies in their hunt for the fiends. Oh, that's cool. Trouble is, the majority of our own— oh, it's fine. The majority of our own healers are working day and night to treat the tempered Imperials captured at Paglethan. For that reason, we too will be glad of your help. Aye, your presence alone will be of great comfort to the troops, I'm sure. And the first Pandit, there was a black witch who gives zero fluffs about mechanics that kid not studied almost everything. Wow. We're gonna get into trials for that. Nice. But hey, no Pegas, that's a true black mage for you? Question mark. As time is of the essence, I ask that you make your way to the Alamigan quarter and report for duty. Commander Alden is overseeing the hunt, and he will explain all upon your arrival. May Ralger grant you strength. You stopped raising. That's actually really funny. So you and your co-healer and any other res mages that may or may not have been in there, it's just like, nope, not doing it. Who's the boss at 50% too? Oh my god. That's insane. Mr. Shadowflare, we were told you were on your way, but this is even quicker than expected. I told Commander Alden you've arrived. One moment, please. I mean, they returned the 3 summoners and 1 red mage. 3 summoners? Oh my god. Three summoners, 1 black mage, and wow. That's insane. And you can join us. Did you notice that Ice Mode no longer speeds up Firecast? Yeah, it does. It does. I noticed it. It does. Nope. Yes, it does. Hardcast Fire 3 while in Ice Mode, and Hardcast Fire 3 while not in Ice Mode. It doesn't speed it up, I promise you. I appreciate that we've a far greater crisis to worry about, but we cannot afford to ignore the situation here either. I'd like nothing more than to hear about your recent adventures, but I'm afraid such pleasantries will have to wait. What the hell is that? As our man in Thavdir will have told you, a blasphemy is loose in Alamigo. When it first appeared, the city guard were able to get most of the bystanders to safety, and for a mercy, those caught in the chaos only suffered minor injuries. But the fiend managed to escape and has not been seen since. We must find it soon. We must find it, and soon. For as long as it remains at large, every man, woman, and child is at risk. As was the case in Thavnir, the blasphemy's very existence seems to spur the creation of lesser beasts. The longer it is allowed to roam free, the more tragedy our people will suffer. Did anyone see the change take place? It's an Ooga Chaka! I'm gonna start calling it that. Ooga Chaka, Ooga Chaka. Aye. There were several eyewitnesses who gave the same account. A man walking through the Alamigan quarter fell to his knees all of a sudden, and a moment later transformed into the monstrosity we now pursue. But beyond the fact he was a younger Highlander, we know next to nothing about him. Even the descriptions of his appearance are too vague to help identify the lad, and we've no clues as to his name or background. For all we know, he might not have even been born in Alamigo. He might have been the son of a refugee come to visit. There are other possibilities we're investigating, though. I love that he's already on top of everything. I actually very much love that. No, I am not doing the Barrett voice for Rabban. I don't care how much it fits. That said, I doubt his circumstances are unique. Blasphemies and beasts are born when men are overcome by despair, and whatever drove him to turn likely could have done the same to another. Therefore, if we are to prevent future tragedies, it is imperative that we identify and address the underlying cause. Until we do, we'll have no choice but to deal with the afflicted the only way we know how, by granting them a quick death. For now, I would have you join the hunt and keep my men from falling prey to these creatures. Are you up to it? Let's go. My thanks. As chance would have it, we've just received word that a number of beasts were spotted on the outskirts of Alagana. The troops stationed there have already put them down, but were wounded in the process. First and foremost, they need medical attention, and that's where you come in. I'll meet you there. Cool. But yeah, you're not wrong though, Nofi. How the hell do you lose a blasphemy the size of that in a city this size? Like, I don't understand how one would lose an Uga Chaka. I mean, unless I can teleport, maybe? Or go invisible? Or is he able to go underground? I don't know. I got nothing else. I'm coming for dead ass. Oh my god. I'm in. Although the soldiers were able to lead the beasts away from the village and hold a lot of them, victory did not come easily. It's times like these that our lack of healers is most sorely felt. I dare say they've yet to receive any treatment at all. See to their wounds while I survey the area for any distractors that may have escaped. Once I've completed my patrol, I'll head to the village to gather eyewitness reports. Look for me thereafter. Flying won't save you? I know. Oh, that's cool. Gods be good. I feel reborn. Hold on. You're Sapphire, aren't you? I can't believe it. You're the one who inspired me to join the Resistance in the first place. And now you've come to save me in my honor and need. I'll never forget this. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, that was a lady. It's fine. It's fine. I totally knew that. Nice. Yeah, I've been getting plenty of level 70 Alliance Raid roulettes. I saw them change right before my eyes. Those were monsters I killed, but innocent men. It had to be done. There were others we had to protect, and thanks to you, I can continue to do just that. Once I made my way back, I'll give you a full account. The families, they'll understand. Let me see if this time I just trip for a queue for Labyrinth. What? Oh, why? Especially some free memories of dying for Shadowbreakers. Oh, that's never mind. That makes sense. But then all of the other ones are fun too. For treating the wounds of those soldiers, you have my thanks. And theirs too, no doubt. It seems they were indeed successful in slaying all the beasts, if my search is any indication, but we must remain vigilant. If you're given quickest, nah, it's fine. I've also spoken with several people who witnessed the moment of the transformation, though the ordeal has understandably left them rather shaken. I hear you've been through a few fair ordeals yourself, Sapphire. As for me, I've been kept busy with this and that. Like getting a hang of this wheelchair, obviously. It has its limitations, but it gets me where I need to go. I've been working with this new organization as well, which is what brought me here. No sooner had I arrived than these locals turned. Also, Deer and Booker has, when you get the chance, it's like 200k a target. Oh no, I have. I've been doing it actually, hilariously enough. I have been doing it. I actually did it. I think I did it on stream. Yeah, I did it on the stream while I was leveling my Black Mage, I think. I don't remember. Yeah, something like that. But yeah, I have been doing them. Ragnfried, I heard you were there when it happened. What can you tell us? The ones who underwent the change are the very people it's the very people we were trying to help. Oh, what's up, Nexus? Perhaps I should explain from the beginning. The meeting Lise held in the royal palace marked a turning point for all of Girabania. It spurred us to open a dialogue with peoples and communities we otherwise would have shunned. But there's still so many problems to be addressed. And countless souls struggling to build new lives for themselves. I decided to form a volunteer group, the Silver Griffins. Our main concern is the welfare of Alamegans who sided with the Empire, for whatever reason, and helping them find their place in society. In particular, the surviving families of Crania Lupi. Yeah, you've changed your tune. Make no mistake, I've not forgotten them. I don't have that in me, and I doubt I ever will. But the memory of that day in the palace, for Dola asking to be locked up again after saving us all, it stayed with me. Got me to thinking about why she and the other youths would commit such atrocities. Why they'd swear to serve the Empire. And the answer was simple, because they'd seen what we'd seen and suffer much the same. In a hell where all were condemned, they chose to betray one brother to save another. That's how the Guardians win, not by breaking you, but by making you break yourself. By making that choice the right one for a man at the end of his tether. Healing only begins with liberation, and some scars never will regardless. Those who return from foreign lands may have a difficulty carving out a living here, but the ones who pledged allegiance to Garlemald. This is not the El Amigo we dreamed of, but after 25 years of misery, I'll not see it all thrown away because we can't come to terms with the past. That's why I formed the Silver Griffins, to see that no one is cast aside. Sounds like he needs some honey mixed tea. Are you talking about because of the voice that I'm giving him? It's a cause I support, and it's what brought me here today. I've been acting as a mediator. Yeah, the voice gotcha. It's okay, I have water. Aye. And in the short time he's been with us, he's proven himself a natural. But despite our early successes, the families of the Skulls continue to refuse our help. I think I see where this is leading. They're the ones who turned, yes? It comes as no surprise. Their kin tormented and murdered fellow Alamegans. Anyone with a conscience would feel shame and guilt for some, and for some it might be too much to bear. I think I might know why they're turning us away. It's a sensitive matter though, so let's go somewhere we won't be overheard. Sensitive matter, huh? So what's up? Oh, I went to the secret dungeon in 15. Oh, really? And the ones that recorded the stupid post-game key. No. No. I mean, there's no final days effects in the area. I am too, honestly. I really am too. But then poses the question of, like, why isn't there the final day effects in the sky? And the Night of Morbles out there, the Night of Cockatrice, I know. But the dungeon itself has no monsters inside of it. It's a pure puzzle. It took me about, I think it's like 3 hours straight to go from beginning to end. And the end of the dungeon has like a really, really, really good accessory. It was either, yeah, I think it was an accessory at the very end of it. But yeah, it's really good. I don't remember what it does, but it's really good. When you get to via flying, yep. Yep, okay, you know the one then, Jones. It's right near the 9 HP extension. I don't remember. I don't remember what it does, but it's a pretty good accessory nonetheless. It's about one of the men who turned. I saw his memories.
I was in between everything.
What the echo?
I didn't really
I'm not
knew
pretending to understand it, but tell us what you learned.
because he was somewhere and I think somewhere
I
around.
only caught a glimpse, but that was enough.
I didn't know nothing about the place. I didn't know
It was during the occupation, a man raising his
I
son.
was with
Only the two of them.
invited me
They were family. To keep his boy clothed and fed, he chose to side with the Empire. He knew what others would say, but he did it anyway.
They were trying to
Never done it, never seen it, heard about it. It's some shit, dude. It's nuts. It's platforming at its worst. And so he was branded a traitor. Every day, his son listened to the jeering, the insults. But there was nothing he could do. When he came of age, he joined the Skulls and hoped that it would make life easier for his father. He never dared to question his orders, no matter how depraved.
Okay. So I got to know what I was going.
He died in the revolution, but not before killing his own countrymen. His father wept not for the betrayer and murderer, but for the man he could have been. He blamed it all on himself, right up till the change took him. That's fun. It was 3 hours. You cannot save while you're in the middle of the platforming dungeon. You cannot save in the middle of it. So you have to do it all in one fucking shot. And it's a big dungeon. It is a big dungeon. Rough here. How is it gonna step despite you pressing nothing? I know, dude. I'm just stream 15 sometimes and do it. Go for it, dude. I can only pray that he and his boy have finally found peace. Have found the peace they were denied in life. Alas, theirs is an all too familiar tale. They cannot forgive themselves, nor can they see how anyone else could. Big, yes. The name of what an accident. Oh, you talking about the one with all the monsters inside of it? With like the ultimate weapons as like at the very end of it? The sins of their kind weigh heavy on them. They think themselves undeserving of our compassion. If they carry on like that, they'll turn into beasts. We've got to help them before it's too late. Oh yeah. Growing up, half Guardian and Alamigo, I know how it feels to be shunned and hated. Say myself. But so long as we give ourselves and others a chance, it can change for the better. And while I might not be as clever or eloquent as someone like Alphino, I know I can make a difference. I may not be quite the swordsman I used to be, but I'm still a fighter at heart. And I know it to Abba and Ali to make the most of this life so long as I've got it. We Silver Griffins will give our all to see that no more beasts or blasphemies ravage Girabania again. Commander Elton, do we have your approval to continue our work? See, I didn't know it was sad and flourishing cool when it was close to the end. I wasn't mentally prepared to much and got tired of it. Gotcha. Of course. There's no enemy more formidable than despair. I'd be a fool to refuse your help. And even a single one of our people has succumbed to this transformation is proof of our failure to protect them. Therefore, I have pledged the Silver Griffins under my unconditional support. Together, we will prevail. Now that we have Sapphire on hand to aid the troops, I believe we are ready to face any beasts we encounter. Though, I fear it is only a matter of time before others appear. I ask that you lend the Silver Griffins your assistance in the meantime. Where do we get the post-game dungeon key? I do not remember. I really don't remember. Very good. For now, let's return to the city. myself. Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. You would have to look it up, Nopi. Posted the woman, the hunters. I don't remember. It might be. I think that sounds right. Those who harbor guilt do so not because they are weak of heart, but because they have failed to meet the demands they make of themselves. Damn! He is not wrong about that. 'Twas the same for me when I believed that my failures had led to the Sultana's assassination. The despair and self-loathing were indescribable. I was fortunate that you and other Saiyans came to my rescue, that I had friends who convinced me I was more than the sum of my worst mistakes. Now we must do the same for the people of Alamigo. We must help them to heal and find the strength to, if not forgive, then come to terms with who we were, so that we can look to who we can be, who we should aspire to be. This is precisely why the work of the Silver Griffins is so vital. Though our problems are not new, the emergence of this deadly phenomenon means we cannot afford to delay addressing them any longer, and we will be better for it ultimately. Once we've decided a course of action, you'll be the first to know. Until then, may Ralger watch over and keep you. We were hoping you'd stop by. I'll show you to the Commander Island at once. Cool. You're a welcome sight as always, Captain. I keep forgetting I'm a captain. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot that I was a captain until just now. Aye. A lot's happened since we last spoke. We Silver Griffins have been keeping busy. As have I and my men. But I'm afraid we've little to show for our efforts. Although we've been searching high and low for the blasphemy, we've seen neither hide nor hair of it. Unfortunately, someone else has had better luck. We've received reports of lesser beasts throughout Garabania, putting them down as important as hunting the blasphemy that got away. To complicate matters, rumors have been circulating that these beasts were the Skull's kin. While this was true of the recent incident in Alagana, we cannot have people jump to conclusions given what they might feel tempted to do. It has been suggested that we take these individuals into custody for their own protection as much as the safety of others. But that would only isolate them even further and give them credence to the rumors. The recent unrest has hindered the efforts of the Silver Griffins to no end. Therefore, I ask that you aid them in their endeavors and see if there is aught that can be done. Also, you'll be joined by another volunteer. Try not to be too surprised. I thought I felt my ears burning. Is it Fordola? Yup, it's Fordola. I said I don't need a keeper, but did they bloody listen? Did they bollocks? Come on, don't be like that. This is what you agreed to. Besides, you never know when you might have need of a healer. There's none better than Sapphire. He's right. You've earned a measure of trust, and this shouldn't be taken to mean otherwise. The slick as thieves, are we now? And there's no need for this soldering collar, eh? We all know it's not coming off anytime soon, but if this is how it's going to be, then fine. So long as she keeps out of my way. I want the two of you to visit the Silver Griffin's headquarters in Alagana. Several relatives of the Cranialupi have gathered to meet with them, and we could do with a measure of precaution. If anyone so much as mentions the skulls, I'll deal with it, understood? Let's get this over with. She's as much at risk of turning us anyone. Maybe even more so. You don't need the echo to see the weight she's carrying. He's not wrong. She's still not got a handle on her own echo either. Sometimes the visions come without warning and with such force that it's all she can do to stay standing. There's no telling what might happen when she comes face to face with the family of her former comrades. So look out for her, please. I got this. I wish there was more I could do for her myself. Ah, you're looking out for her. That's all one can do. But we've all got our own duties. I'll see them through to the end. So must we all. Follow Verdola's lead. We're counting on you both, but be ready to step in, even if she curses you for it. Yeah, dude. She's not gonna toss me aside just like that. I had a feeling Raban would send you, Sapphire, but as for her... Have you got any complaints, take it up with the commander. No, it's fine. Truth be told, ever since that day in the Royal Palace, I've been thinking... Stop. You don't want to say it, and I don't want to hear it. To the matter at hand, then. The Silver Griffins have been working to support the relatives of the Cranialupi, but... one family has gone missing. Your mother and her parents, who lived together under the same roof. One of ours paid them a visit, but they were nowhere to be seen. And when they went inside to check, found the house to be has been torn to shreds. Thick gouges in the floor and the walls, made by a beast's claws, by the look of them. You think they've turned? Aye, that's the most likely explanation. Please do what you must before anyone else is hurt. There's no time to waste. I'll head west, you east. Okay. I am so happy I can fly. Hello, Humbaba. Oh! Hello. Bye-bye. In the dirt, you spy an envelope containing a crumpled, tear-stained letter. Dear Mother, I hope this letter finds you well. Time is short, so I must keep this brief. Although I have never done anything to make you proud, I promise you things will be different when the war is over. Until then, take care and know that I love you with all my heart. Placing the letter back into its envelope, you turn your attention in finding the others. Such a cute monster, it needs hugs. Oh, the Humbubas? I mean, I guess. I know they're actually called Ruds or Rud Spuds or Roots. Oh my god, hello. Hi. You're freaking terrifying. Okay, anyways. Big burb, I know. Oh god, run! Oh, excuse me. Yeah. You discover what appears to be a wedding ring with a name and date engraved on the inside. With seemingly no more clues to be found, you decide to report to Dragonfree. Were you able to find anything? Then it is as we feared. I found and killed the third. He was carrying this. A matching ring. I delivered these effects to the next of kin and arranged for a funeral, or as close to one as possible to the circumstances. There's no changing the past. We'll always carry it and the scars. But no matter who we were or what we did, we're Alamegans, then and now. The Empire was our enemy then, and now it's despair. Good words and deeds will serve us best in this fight. Weapons even an old man like me can yet wield. That's true. Thanks to the two of you, the missing villagers may finally be laid to rest. I and the other Silver Griffins will redouble our efforts to prevent any further tragedies. I finished checking the wares, sir. Everything's in order. Good work. Taking a rest, lad. You've more than earned it. Keep this to yourselves, but Evred's younger brother was a member of the Crania Lupi. Is it Lupi or Lupi? He's exactly the sort of person we're trying to help. Like many of the others, he was reluctant to talk to us at first, but after we'd gained his trust, we were able to help him find work. He's taken to it well. Also, the first defenders, my tanks were dark knights were his gunbreakers. Oh my god, I barely had to heal them. I dread what healing Dark Knight is like. Oh my god. It's fine. Pattern. Oh, okay. It's the butcher. Oh, traitors of us. Oh, Kinslayers deserving of hate and death. Hate and death. Oh, that's not good. Get back! Get back! No bad feelings, I know, dude. Fordola! Oh! She actually took that! Oh my god! Dude, she completely ate that! Stay away from her! Damn it, man. Fordola saved your girl's life. I know, but she's... It happened in an instant, the poor lad. But it had to be done, and without hesitation. Would have been much worse otherwise. Let me go after Fordola and see to her wounds. I'll do what I can here. Damn, dude. I think she had a shield on her back. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I know I hit her shield, but like, damn, she still ate that. Okay, go away, bad vibes. Wave spirit stones. Oh, freaking spirit stones. I'm fine. Leave me be. No, let me see it. I said I don't need your help. I'm a healer. Let me do my job. God, you're like a dog with a bone. Go on then, make it quick. Tis only a sweat wound. A flesh wound? Hello? Flesh wound. I know how to speak English, I promise. Bitch, let me heal you ass. I know. A curl can't change its spot, and there's no washing the blood off my hands. Nor would I, even if I could. I misheard that horribly. It's fine. Taking up Guardian Steel was the first choice, but not the last. Like the first kill, the hardest. Every choice after that became easier and easier, until I stopped counting, stopped caring. You tell yourself it's right, it's for the greater good, and you give the order. You feel the ground tremble as the cannon fires, and then when the dust settles, your own men are buried beneath the rubble. You tell yourself. You tell yourself. Me too. I won't let it take you. Man in the village, I saw his past. I'm the one who killed his brother. I'll be alright. I just need a moment. Can you wait with me? Of course. finally asking for help, you fucking tsundere. Damn.
Before that.
He said she butchered shirk. How did he say how butchered shirk is? What do you mean? It's even lower than Shadowbringers?
But because
What?
I know some people drink and things of that nature.
Everything the skulls fought for, the sacrifices we made, the things we did, in the end, it was all for nothing. It's only 25%. It was always 25%. Well, I don't know about always. I don't know what it was in Stormblood, but it was 25% in Shadowbringers, I promise you. Sometimes I look back on the road I walked, and the bitterness I can still taste, and I wonder, if I had grown up in another time, another place, would I have done the same to a different people? Is it always in me to be me? All I know is, everyone would have been better off if I'd never been born. But I was. And I dragged others into a head of my own making. I remember these two brothers in particular, childhood friends of mine. The older one enlisted with me, but the younger... he would never have made it as a soldier. He was too kind, too... good. Ansfried died at Specula Imperatorius. But his brother is still out there somewhere. Not that I've got the courage to face him after what I did. Hope he's found the life he deserves. Yeah, I know a young man who survived the fall of Specula Imperatorius. Who? Did you get his name? I'm glad he made it out, but too many others didn't. Too many others still need our help. I hope to make this a blasphemy, and by Ralgar I'll kill the bastard if it's the last thing I do. Anyway, that's enough out of me. I'll be heading back to the city to make my report. I suggest you do likewise. You know what I will say is interesting about this time frame? This is like for like a forced way to make these characters we love and know to have a character development, which I actually really like. The conditions, if they succumb to their desires, to their despair, to everything negative about them, we'll have to end up killing them. And this is making it so that they can find peace within themselves and help others find the peace with it, and I love it. It's really good. I love it. I really do. Welcome back. Bordola's already given her account, and I'd like to hear yours too. So she almost turned into a beast herself. We'll have to take that into consideration before sending her into the fields again. As far as the events in Alagana are concerned, the two of you did well. Despite the appearance of several beasts, you were able to prevent any further casualties. However, it serves to confirm that those with connections to the Crete Lupi should be considered at risk of turning. Over the years, many of them have drifted away from the larger settlements and have taken into living in secret. Others made their way to Ul'dah as refugees, including some individuals of interest. As such, we'll be working closely with the Immortal Flames to locate and offer support to those refugees in particular. In fact, I plan to make the journey there for an audience with the Sultana. Once my preparations are complete, perhaps you might accompany me? I'm sure she'll be glad to see you. Of course we're getting to see the Sultana. But yeah, the Nopi. Shirk's always been a 25% aggro transfer. Always. Here to see Commander Allen, I take it. This way, please.
On the side.
Our request for an audience with the Sultanas has been accepted. Before we depart, I'll share what we've learned since last we spoke. The blasphemy continues to elude us, while driving others to succumb to despair in turn. Even without Amigan and Oldan forces searching for signs of the beast and more potential victims, we've yet to discern a pattern in the chaos. Nevertheless, if our blasphemy is like others, its behavior is likely dictated by the passions and regrets of the man it once was. Therefore, the information concerning him and the life he led may help us to track it down before it strikes again. We don't want people to shun the families of the skulls any more than they already are. But the fact remains that the vast majority of the beasts have been born from them. They're the ones at the greatest risk of turning, without question. Rodola concerns me too. She came close to transforming once before, so I think it might be best if we keep her out of this after all. Yeah, she deserves a chance to make amends. Yeah, she really does. I am inclined to agree with Sapphire. She was able to resist the transformation and has shown no signs of coming since then. If she wants to do her part, I'd say we'll let her. Maybe I can go in her stead. Actually, I was hoping you to come with us to meet the Sultana. I believe she would benefit greatly from your understanding of the struggles our people face. You'd gain from the experience too. Oh, she's not the sort to brandish a sword and charge into battle. You'll soon discover she's a champion of her own arena, as brave as any warrior. Sultana's kinda OP. I doubt she'd have much to learn from the likes of me, but it'll be an honor to make her acquaintance. Our involved and I will go on ahead and wait for you at the hustings strip. I'll see you on. Alright, my phone is sufficiently charged, so I can go ahead and leave this as is, and we can go ahead. The Chamber of Urul. Master Papa Sean was just telling us that Nanamo, or should I say Lady Lilira, has gone on another of her jaunts about the city, of course. Though it is not my place to question her grace's judgment, I do wish she had consulted me before running off on her own, and perhaps I'm overthinking it, but it's unlike her to keep guests waiting. If I may say so, sir, with blasphemies appearing throughout the land, it's a dangerous time to be going for a stroll. I suspect that may be the very reason she wishes to see for herself how the citizenry fare in these trying times. Even so, it's downright reckless. We'll find her, though. No, I couldn't possibly allow such esteemed guests to... Come now. I might be here on official business, but we're old friends. And as you may remember, I have a knack for tracking down errant sultanas. Some might say that knack is a rather charitable. I should be glad of the assistance. I'll take a look around here. Questing locals will give me an opportunity to learn the recent goings-ons in Old Ha too. Well then, there's no time like the present, fear not. With me on the case, this'll be over before you know it. Rob on's like, dude, she has no hiding places for me. I got this. I can find her. It's been some time since I last combed these streets for young Lilira. As a matter of fact, Papa Sean and I would compete to see which one of us could find her first. As I recall, the contest ended in my favor. The trick, you see, is to look past the disguise and pay attention to the gestures and mannerisms. The tiniest movement that might give her away. Come, I'll show you how it's done. Okay. Follow my lead. He's fond of perusing the stalls here. Did I hear her? And where could she be? What if she's been adopted? Oh, now he's thinking the worst. In one of these spots? Perhaps not. I've never known her to be this elusive. I've tried all her usual haunts, so unless she's hiding inside a barrel or something equally nonsensical, she must be elsewhere. Gods, why did she choose now of all times to run off? What if she's been abducted or run afoul of a beast? There's no need to assume the worst. We should keep looking. You're right, I know. But it's hard not to worry. Where could she be? Come to think of it, something Papa Sean said caught my ear. He thought Nanabo went on this excursion because of the emergence of the blasphemy and beasts. To better understand how her people are coping with the situation. If so, she'd be driven to speak of the most desperate and destitute Pearl Lane then. Might I ask you to lead the way? I'll admit my ability to track missing persons may have dulled somewhat. Berlin has ever been plagued by pickpockets and the like. I'll watch your back, so go ahead and give your search for Lilira your full attention. Cool. While it may not be immediately obvious, conditions here have improved considerably of late. Her Grace continues to support the rebuilding efforts in Garabania, which has led to the creation of jobs for many of the locals, both here and on the other side of Balesar's wall. Oh yeah, huh, that's cool. I actually really like that. In every society, there are the haves and the have-nots. And seldom is this divide more sorely felt than here in Ul'dah. Many of the young and able-bodied work for Lolorito as guards, though he earns more in an afternoon than most in a lifetime. Yeah, he's a bit of a hoe in that regard, but it's fine. Ah, there she is. No, no. Lady Lilira. Raban? Whatever are you doing here? And Sapphire too. Well, I'm glad to see you both. Our meeting is not yet due to commence for several bells. What is the meaning of this? We were worried, and with good reason. It's a far too dangerous times to be roving about alone, Your Grace. Some things never change, but I assure you I am quite capable of looking after myself in my own city of all places. More importantly, I wish to observe firsthand how the people have been faring of late, that I might be better prepared to participate in our discussion later, but I have finished. You will be comforted to hear. Then pray allow us to escort you to more amenable surroundings. You care to ride on my shoulder? Certainly not. You have already attracted more than enough attention. That's funny. Alright, well, up the stairs we go. I thank you all for making the journey here during these difficult times. And it is my pleasure to properly make your acquaintance. On behalf of the people of Eorzea, allow me to express my sincerest gratitude for your continued dedication to our cause. With respect, Your Grace, I'm just a soldier. Was a soldier. Still, I say, Commander Alden would not make such a distinction, and neither will I. You yet serve your people, and have provided solace to many of Anamigo's most vulnerable. If we are to deal with this threat, we must forearm ourselves with knowledge. I understand you come bearing information regarding the blasphemy and its victims. We have indeed. Yeah, so fear and despair. Hence the need to locate families of the Cranial Looping members who have fled to Thanalan. There is no end to the struggles faced by Anamigan refugees, and those who once pledged allegiance to the Empire are no exception. But rest assured that irrespective of their past, all will be treated with an even hand. All will be afforded such aid as I am able to provide. Magnanimous as always, Your Grace. If I might be so bold, I have a question. What do you have in mind for those most at risk for undergoing the change? I believe there is but one recourse. Earnest and open dialogue. Yep, there we go. While some are born into unimaginable wealth, others suffer great hardship and oppression. The circumstances of our birth are beyond our control, our fate subject to the whims of the gods, and some would argue. I once thought myself a prisoner to my fate, a figurehead helpless to watch on as my people starved, a powerless puppet. I wanted nothing more than to cast it all aside, to free us all, but failed for my naivety. And then was afforded a second chance for my privilege. The world is unfair, terribly so. But we have the power to push back against inequalities and injustices, if not overcome them on blessed occasions. to love our neighbor and share in life's bounties, to open our hearts and come together as one. True words were never spoken. But without the support of the people, such words are not but vain platitudes. Thankfully, my recent attempts to make inroads with the Monitoress have met with some success. Despite differing views on many subjects, we strive to find common ground. Common ground. We've been pouring all our efforts into aiding families of the Cranial Lupi, and while it seemed to help to a degree, some steps had come and turned. Of course, they're not the only ones in danger, enemies everywhere. Whether they sided with the Empire, fought for the Resistance, or were caught in the middle, they all suffered. They all wake up in the nights at times haunted by memories of death and despair. We know what can happen if those feelings are left to fester. The legacy of the Imperial occupation will not soon be forgotten, but rather than seek to forget, perhaps it is necessary to remember, to acknowledge and accept the truth of it, that they may properly mourn those they have lost. Aye, a remembrance. I propose we hold a memorial ceremony for those who died during the war. Everyone, no matter who they are or what they did, let them be loved, let them be hated, but above all, let them be remembered. And in the remembering of the dead, in their honor and their sin, we, the living of Alamigo, may yet find a sliver of common ground. It's a noble sentiment, but bringing together people who have reason to distrust one another as a risk inflaming tensions could be a recipe for disaster. And again, we can't keep ignoring the married in the room and nothing to address the situation. As long as we leave it to the individuals to decide whether or not to attend the ceremony, I think it's worth a try. Organizing an event of this scale will require a great deal of effort, so I offer my full support. Once you know what's needed, come to me and we'll pull the plan into action. Good shit. Obviously, some will balk at the idea, which is perfectly understandable, so I'll be listening to their opinions as well. After all, I want it to be a ceremony that brings Alamegans together. And I was wondering, Your Grace, if I might ask about your approach to, well, talking to people, winning them over. As you can tell, I'm no politician, so I'd be grateful for any advice you can share with me. Why, I would be delighted to. As a matter of fact, I have a number of matters I wish to discuss with you. And on that note, I suggest you and I return to Alamigo. Sounds good to me. It's honestly really cool. I'm loving these role quest lines. And you are involved would make a great impression, but he's outdone himself. Not only has he found a new avenue in life to explore, he's taken to it with considerable aplomb. And while his proposed memorial ceremony is bound to have its detractors, I have faith that many will come around. Not all, but enough, I pray. For our part, we must stand at the ready for whatever may occur. I shall send word if there are any developments. Okay, at present we're looking into reports of missing relatives of the Cranial Lupi. With the cooperation of the Silver Griffins, we're currently searching for any clues as to their whereabouts. Thanks to the To the concerted efforts of Reckenfried and the others, the general public has been willing to cooperate with our investigation. Though many still harbor feelings of distrust for the collaborators and their kin, they've grown more receptive to our cause on the whole. Our involved in making steady progress and preparing for the memorial ceremony. He plans to host a meeting between the various community leaders to go over the finer details. In fact, I was wondering whether you could assist in delivering the invitations. If you can spare the time, you should be able to find him in the Mercantown district. Anyway, that's all for now. I have a few matters to attend to, so if you'll excuse me, duty calls. Good evening, Seth. Yo, Mr. Jumpy, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming. It should come as no surprise that planning a memorial ceremony for a whole bloody nation wouldn't keep a man busy, but by Ralger, this is something else. The hardest part has been gathering information on those who died in the war, especially when it comes to the skulls and other conscripts, and they're the ones who we need to treat most carefully. If we don't acknowledge the crimes of our kin in all their painful truth, then we do a disservice to their victims, living and dead. But if we let people paint them as monsters who do monstrous things we believe we would never do, then we perpetuate a different but no less dangerous lie. I'm anticipating Garrett Rent Under for next month. Now playing Apex pubs at the moment. Nice, dude. Hey, got all your shit paid. That's good shit. As for preparing the event itself, I'll be holding a meeting with the members from each of the settlements around Girabania. I've sent invitations to most of them already, but I was hoping you to help me with the last two. There is Miraz Nun in the Peering Stones and Sarisha in Vira Nilia. I'll give you one for each. As for fun work, hard bills before fun work, hard play hard. Yeah, yeah, it is what it is though. Honestly, like that's always been something that especially music, that was always something that was drilled into us for like marching band and any other like music classes was yo, you can go ahead and have fun. You can have fun with everything that we're doing and that we're learning. Just make sure you get all your shit done. Like, learn the music, actually get it right. Make sure you get everything that you have to right, and then you can actually go ahead and have fun with whatever you want to do. Just, yeah. If you have fun with it in the first place, then you're never gonna end up like getting what you need to done. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if they refuse, considering how their people have suffered at the hands of the skulls. But I hope we can remind them that deep down, we're all just people trying to survive and protect our loved ones. We may have driven the Empire from our lands, but as long as we hold fast to the grudges born of their attempts to divide and set us against one another, we'll never be free from their legacy of cruelty. With that in mind, I've included an account of my experiences with the Silver Griffins and the people I've met, victims, collaborators, their friends, and their family, men and women who lived through it all, survivors. Even if they refuse to join the ceremony, at least they will know, and hopefully understand, our reasons for holding the event. Just as some of the Pixie Beast tribes that might have made a connection between Pixies and the stuff and Endwalker that you aren't at yet. Really? That's cool. Granted, I've not had much practice in writing important letters, but I think they'll get the message. You being one to deliver them will make a world of difference, I'm sure. Take care, won't you? Alright, to the Peering Stones we start off. Greetings, friend. It has been all too long since we spoke. What brings you to my village? So the rumors are true. I need not read this letter in full to know its contents. I understand the Ragged Freed's volunteers are working hard to support the families of those lost to war, which few will deny is a worthy cause, but to include the relatives of the cranial lupi? The Skulls watched the Empire slay us in our thousands, and still they turned their cloaks and fought for our oppressors. You would ask us to mourn the deaths of these curs alongside their victims? You have every right to be angry and to refuse. Our vote wishes that you only read his account before coming to a decision. To dismiss it out of hand would be discourteous. Very well. Family. As none, my tribe is my family, and I know that all too well the responsibility that brings. I would do anything to protect them. Anything. Loyalty, pride, conscience, my very soul. All are meaningless if I cannot ensure the safety of those I love. I suspected some skulls had been faced with the self-same choice, but to see how their kin suffered, I cannot say I do not understand. Though I wish that I did not. Their crimes will never be forgiven. It cannot be. But I and others who are willing can offer our prayers for these tortured souls and the men they could have been. I accept the invitation, not on behalf of the M tribe, but as Miraz Nun. Though I will put the question to my people that they may decide for themselves. I'm also eager to make the acquaintance of the person who wrote this letter. He is not wont to turn a blind eye to the bitter truth, painful though it is to confront. The meeting will be the perfect opportunity to take this measure. What's up, dude? Welcome. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? Then it is as I suspected. There have been rumors that such a ceremony would take place, although you have traveled far to make this invitation. I must decline. We cannot mourn the loss of the fallen if the cranial lupi are to be counted among them. Like the Kalyana. There we go. Like the Kalyana, they chose to aid the guardian oppressors, killing and bleeding for those who would pillage our lands. Cowards and traitors all. And are we to assume that Kalyana, who died fighting for the Empire, will be honored as well? If so, that is all the more reason for us to refuse. That is your right, and no one will say otherwise. I come only to present a letter and ask that you read it in full. If you insist. No one was spared suffering in the occupation. Not the resistance, not the collaborators, not the families of both. No one. Somebody would die in shame and ignominy, having sold their souls only to lose everything. It's a tragedy and a lesson. If they are forgotten, then the lesson of their folly is forgotten. For the sake of this land we call home, I will join you in remembrance and implore my people to do the same. In mourning, may we strengthen our ties with our neighbors as well. By together facing our past, we can build a foundation for lasting peace and prosperity. It would be my honor to attend the proposed meeting. I look forward to personally thanking your friend Arnvald for this dedication. I and my peers have much to learn from the example he has set. Let's go. Back to El Amigo we go. So, how did you fare in the fringes? They're coming. They said that about me? It's rare for me to get such glowing praise, especially from renowned leaders like Sarisha and Miraz Nun. More importantly, though, they agreed to attend the meeting. I've got you to thank for that. After all, I imagine it's hard to turn down an invitation when it's hand-delivered by the Warrior of Light herself. Before I get ahead of myself, though, I must remember that this is only the beginning. Bringing everyone together is one thing. Coming to an agreement on an extremely divisive issue is a different kettle of fish entirely, as Her Grace was quick to point out. But as she taught me, if our cause is just and our hearts are true, those of like mind will surely answer the call. And answer it they have. While they are bound to be differences of opinion, I'm sure there's nothing we can't overcome if we put our minds to it. To that end, I was hoping you could join us. If you've time to spare, that is. There is still a few loose ends, Ragenfried and I need to tie up beforehand, so we'll meet you in the palace soon as we can. Just having you there will make a world of difference. Here for the meeting, yes? Yep, let's do it. And here I was supposed to say, says that I was having a favor to you might not have done Dread Behemoth. Dread Behemoth? What is that? So, well, we all agree upon the importance of the ceremony. We recognize that the inclusion of the Crinialupi will be distressing for many. I too lost family at their hands, and I would never ask others to forgive and forget. Secret boss, the murderous? Huh. I don't know, it kind of sounds familiar. But for all their crimes, they were Elamigans, just like us. None made the decision to side with Garlemald lightly. They had a choice and they chose to betray us. Who among us have not made difficult choices for kith and kin? And do not forget that Forjana chose to stand between us and a primal. What does that have to do with it? Level 140? Oh god. Yeah, probably not then. Brothers and sisters, arguing will avail us not. The fate of Alamigo rests on my shoulders and yours, on those of every man, woman, and child that calls these lands home. To uphold our honor, to strive for prosperity, to protect our loved ones. We all know the weight of these responsibilities. 'Twas the self-same weight which drove many of our people to serve our oppressors, misguided as it was. And though they chose a different, unconscionable path in the end, we all wanted the same thing, to deliver our families from persecution, that they might live to see one more day. Because another day in shame and self-hatred was still better than none at all. The regretful dead are survived by their despair. A despair which threatens to drag us all into an abyss from where there is no escape. Know that it surely will if we welcome it into our hearts, out of disdain for those we cannot forgive. But we Alamegans will not be so easily defeated, no. We will stand united and conquer this menace. It gives Nananani P 1.25 million gil, 30k EXP, 9 Oracle Ascension coins, and the behemoth has wings. Wait, isn't that the, like... No, that was a King Behemoth. Yeah, no, I fought the King Behemoth. I fought a similar Behemoth. I played through 15 base before I played the Royal version. So I'm familiar with fighting such a beast. I just haven't fought the Dread Behemoth. Every Alamegan who fought and died did so in hopes that one day we would be free. And we are free. We are free. By the blood of our fallen brothers and sisters, we are free. Free to lock away the pain and pretend it has no power over us until it festers and takes us at our beds. And free to lay it bare, let it breathe, to acknowledge and to mourn our people at their best and their worst. The past is ours to bear, all of it, for ourselves and for future generations, so that they needn't suffer like we did. And I forget who's wheelchaired? Yeah. Is he permanently disabled? Yeah, he's been permanently disabled. So far as we've seen. Yeah, no, he's living the life of the wheelchair now. Let us make Alamigo a nation where no man is left behind, where he can make all the wrong choices and still be afforded the chance to make it right one. But Tasuna? No, Asuna doesn't work here. Seems Ehrenwald really learned something from this Satana. I love it. Plot disability, yeah. I'm glad Square, before shutting down Comrade's online servers, we don't fully playable offline. Oh, really? Until that I can swap between characters in combat now in main game. Oh yeah, I thought it was really cool. I actually really liked Gladio's gameplay. It was fun. That went better than any of us could have hoped for. You have my gratitude for your part in the proceedings, but we both know who the real hero of the day was. This was all Arnvald's idea, and it was his words that finally won over the naysayers. Now that we have the community leaders on our side, we should have a much easier time convincing the rest of the citizenry. I hated that when you died on a royal, it was like, fuck your game completely, redo the ending. Yeah, I didn't like that, but I didn't mind it. Of course, holding the ceremony is by no means our final objective. No matter what we say, someone will refuse to attend. It is my hope, however, that it will still serve to provide a measure of closure for us all, and to erase the plight of the vulnerable and ostracized. Speaking of which, you will recall the incident with Fordola and Alagana, the young girl she saved when her mother wished to thank her personally. Considering what happened last time, though, I have reservations. It would be a valuable opportunity to present a former skull in a more positive light. On the other hand, I don't need to tell you how unpredictable she can be, and that's before taking her echo into consideration. And that's a conversation for another day. Go and get some rest. You've earned it. Honestly, I really needed a weird van was much better. Yes, that last area was way too small. Instead of playing really too. Nah, no, it is a little jank. Alright. I'm gonna go take a quick restroom break, get some more water and whatnot, and I'll be back momentarily, guys. I really love the map music. I'll leave you guys with actual music going on in the meantime. But yeah, I'll be back. And I am back. Alright, I'm all good. I have goldfish, I have water, and an empty bladder. We're good. Yeah, kind of 6 comrades isn't online anymore, but hardly anyone played it in the first place. And so it's not surprising. Yeah, it really isn't surprising. I never tried what I wanted to. I'm so glad I can still can. Also, not gonna let the Razahan jumping puzzle. It's way easier than Kagana is. It's a huge letdown, I know. Really? Huh. I actually didn't know that Razahan had a jumping puzzle. Drink your cigarettes and smoke your water? Yeah, dude. Yeah. There's even a song about the smoke in the water. Who'd have thunk it? Fish? Salted Thabnarian cod. Okay. The second I got to the top, the wanted to be to give me stuff, so she accidentally got the vista. Oh my god, that's actually really funny. Something terrible has happened. It's Bertola. She's escaped. She was accompanying a squadron out on training exercise one moment. When she was there, and the next she was gone. I didn't think much of it at the time, but she's been acting strangely ever since she went to meet that mother and child. You know, the ones who wanted to thank her for saving the girl's life. When I told Commander Alden about it, he went charging off to Alagana to ask them if they had any idea where Fordola might be. I thought about going after him, but when I heard you were headed this way, I reckoned it'd be better to send you in my stead. Godspeed, Sapphire. I'm gonna be 100k gil. You walk past the jumping puzzle starting point 500 times. Probably. I don't doubt it, honestly. I know it's like so in plain sight you wouldn't expect it to be the start point. Really? Huh. Sapphire? I wasn't expecting to see you here. You've heard what's happened then? Just as Fordola was beginning to earn our trust, she's given us a slip. As you may know, she wears a choker that's designed to do exactly that if its enchantment is triggered. It's supposed to prevent her from escaping. If I were to give the order, she could be dead within moments, and she knows that. She took the risk anyways, so I have to believe she has good reason. That's what we're looking into now. We were hoping Clarel and young Lily... Is that really Lily? That's a lovely way to spell that, I'm not gonna lie. Young Clarel and Lily here can shed some light on the matter. We'd like to ask you about your conversation with Fordola, if we may. Yes, of course. I know she's the butcher, or was at least, but it didn't seem right to go without thanking her, so I requested a meeting to express my gratitude and my apologies. She was quiet at first, just stood there as we spoke, as if she weren't even listening, and then I mentioned the blasphemy. And she looked at Lily, and all of a sudden she clutched her own head and cried out in agony. Oh, she saw something in her... Yeah, the echo. Whenever she tried to leave because she's afraid she might turn. I don't think so. She must have seen something... My first thought was she probably knows where more of the Skull's like members and family members could be hiding, but this seems to be something different. Can you remember what you were thinking about at the time? A man? The one I saw in the city. What? Who? Did he have something to do with all those people panicking? I think he did. When I was waiting for you, I saw him. He was by himself. He looked poorly, so I asked if he was alright. He said yes. He had a nice smile. He got up and started walking, but then... He was shouting and screaming. I was so frightened. I didn't want to talk about it. Not even to Mom. I wish you had said something sooner. I'm sorry, Puppet. This is my fault for leaving you on your own. You have to wonder if genuinely giving someone a hug before they chill would be enough to stop it. I feel like it probably would for some people. I feel like it definitely would for some people. The man who turned into a blasphemy had wagered the girl saw him, which is where Dola has now seen him too. There was one other thing. When Verdola was having her, funny turn, she said something. Charlie? No. Charlotte? I think. Yes, that was it. Ring any bells? Can't say it does. If it has anything to do with the skulls, the Silver Griffin should have some information on him. We'd best have a word with Ragenfried then. You've been both very helpful. I'd also like to thank you for being so kind to Fordola. You may not have said it, but I'm sure it meant a lot to her. Just to know that, hey, someone cares. Yeah, like, again, I'm pretty sure it would for some people. Alright, Steph, if you see a side quest called Wayward Carbuncle, you need to do it. It ties up some loose ends from a past expansion. Wayward Carbuncle? Where? Did I read that? Alright. I have a couple more things I'd like to ask, so I'll catch up with you a little later. It's in Labyrinthos somewhere, I think. Wayward Carbuncle. Huh. Interesting. I don't think I'd seen anything like that, but okay. I'll see if I can check it out. Charlotte? Charlotte, you say? Yes. The name came up during our recent investigations. As I recall, he served under the Viceroy during the occupation, and his whereabouts is currently unknown. He had an older brother named Onsfried, one of the Cranial Lupi. Ah. Which would give him a connection to Fordola. Is there anyone who can tell us more about him? Yes, an uncle, who we recently helped find employment here in Alagana. He's actually the one who asked us to look for Charlotte. You'll most likely find him working at the Sleeping Stones. As it happens, I was planning to bring him something to eat. I'll join you there shortly. I think it's there just yet. Yeah, I don't think I'm there just yet. Yeah, I'm not in. I don't have access to the central circuit yet. I have the medial circuit and the upper circuit, or like upper and outer. But I don't have the central yet. Oh, okay. No worries. If you want a taxi, sister, it's fine. I appreciate the sentiment, though. Funeral quest? Yup. What's up, Zoe? How are you doing, dude? MSQ is paused almost immediately when he unlocked the roll quest. I know. Hey, on the bright side, I basically had almost everything maxed out as it was. Like, that was honestly, like, that was at the end of the night, too, that I had, paused MSQ, too. It all, like, timing-wise, it worked out really well. Oh, yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people that don't like Labyrinthos. So I'm like, I don't mind it. I'm perfectly fine with Labyrinthos, honestly. I hate it. I can understand why, but yeah, I'm fine with it. Because of the invisible walls, it's fine. And it sort of makes sense to do it now. Yeah. And the meme I created for it. Oh god. Perhaps we should have asked what he looks like. Fuck it. Oh my god, Ravan. Still looking, eh? That's him over there. It's alright. Yeah, I think I'm perfectly fine with Labyrinthos, honestly. Yeah, really explorative friendly. Yeah, that I can agree with, but I don't know. I like it. I hope we're not interrupting. No, no. Of course not. It's good to see you, Ragnfried. My word, the Bull of El Amigo and the Champion of the Alliance. What brings such esteemed guests to our humble, quarry? At ease, my good fellow. We merely wish to ask you about your nephew. Charlotte, you found him? No luck yet, huh? Gripe, with wings for some kind of sudden they reskin some old gear and mobs. I was hoping they could do further new designs with expression, new models and such. Though that's just me. 81 one dungeon and gear being reskins. I understand it, but I mean, it could possibly be because of COVID. I don't know how early on they had the ideas for the reskinned like gear, but yeah. Coming against somebody's counter, okay. You can do every other event but the Halloween one? Probably. It just means they had to, like, they're putting up with everything that they can, but that means they had to get, like, sacrifices had to be made, dude. Yeah. Is it gonna move to January? That I didn't know. So. It just feels off. I mean, these are trying times, my friend. We can't ask for what we used to for this expansion and whatnot. You're trying time. Look, I am what I eat. It's fine. I think more would have gotten canceled. I honestly didn't think so. I mean, like, no, I thought it was fine with everything that, like, they've been trying their best, and that's all we can ask. Whatever they end up deciding as far as, like, timing wise and stuff like that, that's fine. If there is anything you can tell us, be it more about his childhood, perhaps. Wasn't much of one, I'm afraid. Poor boy's life was ruined long before he had say in the matter. His parents and I swore allegiance to Garlemald to secure ourselves and our kin citizenship. Well, the good it did us here, living amongst our countrymen who treated us as pariahs. Took its toll on him and his brother. We spat on us, traitors by association. One thing led to another, and Einfried, together with most of his friends, joined the Imperial Army. That's how it started, you know. The Crania Lupi, Gaius's loyal pups. Do you remember the names of these friends? Yes, they had a reputation growing up. There was Emmeline, Rudolph, the angry little girl who'd grow up to become the butcher herself, Fordola. Charlotte was part of the group too, yes, but from what we've heard, he chose not to become a soldier. But it lasted a day in training. He knew that better than anyone, of course. Not that it helped him feel any less guilty for turning his back on the others. He blamed himself for their deaths, for not stopping them when he had the chance. For not being strong enough to fight by their side. Maybe save them, maybe not. But he wasn't there, and he wished he had been. And one day, he was gone. Wherever he is, I hope he's safe and well. So do we. Thank you. Information you've shared should prove useful. And for you, I've brought some food. Why don't you call it a day and go enjoy it with your family? I'm pretty sure he is the one that turned. Let him have the peace for now. Back to Alagana. But yeah, though, honestly, I'm really happy that I'm doing all the role quests right now. Your final boss of the 85 dungeon was from. He was the trader, Trader. Yeah, he was the Al man that we met in Thavnair. Why? So, not only was his brother a member of the Skulls, but Charlotte himself was a childhood friend of Fordola's. Such a good version of the first boss of Amarant. Oh, well, yeah, that I knew. I knew that from the get-go. Yeah, I farmed Amarant so much. Yeah, I know about the first beast. So, it literally, like, I was like, okay, this is a longer version of that, yeah. Like, yeah, so the Endwalker trailer as well as that beast, yeah, I immediately recognized it from the first boss of Amarant. And if that's what you were asking, then yeah, I immediately recognized it. Other than that, if you're asking, like, story-wise, yeah, I know it was the Aura trader. I'm told he refused the support of the Silver Griffins as well. He's been trying to make his own way for some time now. His brothers and his friends died at Specula Imperatoris, save for Fordola, and the gods only know how he felt about her after that. Or how Fordola felt about Charlotte after seeing Lily's memory of him transforming into a blasphemy. Brother of a man she killed, and a childhood friend besides. She thinks she's responsible for this. That's why she ran, to kill the beast. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm worried for her. Is it Aura Trader? No. Aura Trader. Trader. Because he was the trader that we met in Thavnair. The salesman, or whatever you want to call him. Dola is a survivor and an outcast herself. Exactly the sort of person the Silver Griffins are trying to support. You see for yourself the sacrifices she's willing to make, and if you can learn to feel sympathy for her, maybe others can too. I was like, what are you talking about? It's fine. I got you. I think we have enough information for the time being. Let's return to the city and plan our next move. Oh, I'm almost done with the healer role quest. I've assigned a few of my soldiers to assist the Silver Griffins in investigating Charlotte's background. With luck, we will find him quickly, and then we can prepare for what must come after. We're all but certain Charlotte's the one who transformed into a blasphemy, and so there's naught to be done but to put him out of his misery. Yo, what's up, Gecko? How are you doing, dude? As for Ferdola, I've put Minago and her troops in charge of tracking her. Once they've found her, they have my permission to lend whatever support they deem necessary. If it comes to it, I may ask you to join the search. Until such time, I ask that you take this opportunity to rest. Sorry, you might have heard me bump the mic just now, it's fine. The Gift of Mercy. I learned the most scuffed black mage rotation. What? Define scuffed. Wait, it's not. Wait, hold on. I have an idea what it might be. It's not going immediately back and forth between fire and ice, just so you can paradox the entire time, is it? Infinite Paradox is the meme name. I fucking knew it. I immediately realized where you were going with this. Pretty much, yeah. Okay. It took me like what 5 seconds to realize what you were about to say. As far as DPS goes, how actually, like, viable of a rotation is it? Thank goodness you're here. Commander Allison needs to see you right away. Follow me. It's not terrible, honestly. I believe it. Keep it contained until I arrive, but do not engage if you can help it. Understood? That was Minago. Yuna has found Ferdola, or rather, she has found them. In fact, I have Ferdola on the search party's link pearl. She wants a word with you. I mean, electric and zero glossies. Yeah, seriously. This is urgent, so be quiet and listen. The blasphemy, my friend, is right in front of us. I tracked him down, and when he spotted me, he started heading towards Specula Imperatoris. Look, Sapphire, I need your help. Charlotte's not... He never wanted to hurt anyone. But this thing he's become is... I can't leave him like this. I've got to stop him, whatever it takes. I'm on my way. I owe you. The tsundere comes around. This is Minago. Can you hear me? We've got the blasphemy, sir. It's on the move. Go ahead of it, but maintain a distance. We need to... Ferdola? What are you doing? Ferdola? Ferdola? There's no time to waste. They need our help. I'm here to kick ass. And chew bubblegum. You're not wrong. And I'm all out of feet and bubblegum. Radiata and Alighieri are not that far from the Speculative Imperatores. If we let the blasphemy slip through our fingers, it doesn't bear thinking about. Feet? Yeah. Yeah, feet. It's fine. Because we can no longer kick without feet. So what does that leave us with? And while Vordola is determined to slay it by her own hand, we can't allow her recklessness to put lives of others in jeopardy. The time has come for action. Are you ready? I'm ready. Oh! I forgot how big this bitch was. Ooga chaka. Yeah, dude, seriously. Hold the line for as long as you can. Commander Alden and the Warrior of the Light will be here any moment. Stay strong. Oh. God damn! That I was not expecting. You've done well. Leave the rest to us. This man literally just went up to him and said, "This is Sparta!" Next level Spartan kick. Seriously, dude? Yes, sir. Get the injured to safety. Coward. Coward! Traitor to them, to everyone! Oh, we're getting the memory right now. Oh, I remember this. I wish there was another way. As do I, but fighting is the only thing I'm any good at. I wonder how I ended up with such a clever brother. Too clever for my own good, maybe. The thought of going into battle, about getting hurt, about having to hurt other people. He's a bleeding heart, our Charlotte. Sooner befriend a fly than shoo it away, much less kill it. I could kill if I wanted. I could. But you don't. There's no shame in that. Leave the soldiering to us, Charlotte. We'll show the Guardians what we're capable of. Get the power and respect we deserve. And then things will change. They will. You'll see. I actually like this outfit on her. We found a place for ourselves, and you'll find yours soon enough. Alright, that'll do. And once was enlisting, meet back here tomorrow. In the end, what good did I do? They gave everything they had to give while I hid. Like a rat waiting for the storm to pass. Coward. 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 Ah! No word. No word. Better dead. Better forgotten. It's not your fault, Charlotte. It's not. You didn't do anything wrong. And I'm the coward. The traitor. The butcher. I'll always be the butcher. Don't you dare, Fodola! Oh my god! Oh, she actually jumped! You don't got to end it! You don't got to give up. I won't let you! You have a lifetime to make amends and atone. To become everything. To become something more than you were. But if you die here, you are everything they say. Everything you believe. Is that what you want? She's not going anywhere. Arenvald? What the hell? Arenvald, why are you here? There's nowhere else I'd rather be. I can't fight by your side, but I can still cheer you on. Oh. I've seen your past, Charlotte. How you were left behind while your friends rushed into battle. It's bloody hard, isn't it? Wanting to do something so desperately with every fiber of your being, knowing that you should be able to. You should. But you can't. As we're gonna agree on the network tests I've watched people play, I think I'm deliberately voting using NPC summons like the wolves, just because they're so broken OP from what I saw and observed unless they get nerfed. Really? Huh. So this is better than the melee one for sure, it seems. Really? Yeah, I haven't heard too many good things about the melee one, sadly. Tell them cat size? Cat size. Neko size? Oh. Okay. I get what you mean now. Okay. I don't know why it took me so long to realize what you meant by cat size, but yes, you're not wrong. Am I doing it? Nope, that's gonna be the last one that I do. So find another way to support them. Your way. You did that too, didn't you? You were there for them, even if it didn't feel like it. But you were, Charlotte. You were. As a friend of mine once said, not all heroes are forged in the fires of battle. The history of an amigo is written in blood. While we cannot change the past, we can change the future. And for that, we must all play our part. All of us. You too, Fordola. Einsfried. Emmeline. One day, we'll be together again, but not yet. You never hurt anyone, Charlotte. That's not who you are. You'll be remembered as the kind soul you always were. It's kind of meh. Oh well. I guess we'll end up... Well, I'll see for myself what it is. I'm counting on you. And let's go! I'll draw his attention, suffer, and keep me in the fight. See if that ring insta kills. What? Oh, the outer ring, you mean? Ah, okay, so that's actually a dot. Okay, got it. Is that about these dots, this expansion? I believe it. Oh my god, I forgot already. You have to choose the one that's so far from you. Loud call. Oh, shit. That's exactly what I expected it to be, but dear God, man, I didn't think it was going to come out that quickly.
Show them what we're made of!
Is the Bull of Alamigo gonna do his thing? The Immortal Flame? There goes his party. And character dot. Oh, yo, that is so cool! Yo, let's go! That was cool. Pentinent Blade was the name of that. That was cool. I love that. Howard and Hybrid would have got me killed there? Why? There's no one skill patterns getting upgrade trade in 7.0. Apparently, dude, that freaking passage of arms was cool.
President Biden has to make clear that there will be costs and consequences to whatever Putin does with the Ukraine. There's a lot of people commentating.
Aww.
That Beverly, these warmongers are trying to get us into war. Well, just hold up a little bit. There's a lot of options in between doing nothing and in between war.
A senior White House official says the U.S. is prepared to provide Ukraine further assistance to defend its territory. The specifics on that are unclear. The White House is also threatening unprecedented sanctions.
Aww.
To discuss these issues, Presidents Biden and Putin, according to White House officials,
Thank you. I mean it.
Seeing some of these highlights from the senior administration official saying that the tone of that conversation between the two presidents was serious and substantive, but again, not really clear why.
Little cheesy, but I'll take it. So my brain would have thought, oh, stand under the cloud because the clouds, it does the clouds are supposed to get knocked up into them. Gotcha. No, my brain is still like, I saw the cloud, I'm like, oh god, it's Ramu all over again. I had to think of Heaven on High. I've been looking everywhere for you.
No sign that any troops are leaving that border area. Russian troops, that is. Richardson traveling with the president.
Have you now?
The Omicron surge case counts in the U.S. to highs not seen before during the pandemic, and tests are still in short supply, with little expectation from health experts of that situation changing soon.
That's awesome. If you give me the Heaven on High floor attempt experience, it's fine. I'm not too much into Palace of the Day, honestly. I don't even have Heaven on High unlocked. You put down the last remaining beast spawned by the blasphemy. Tis a pity we could do naught for those who turned, but that we were able to prevent further casualties is nothing short of a miracle. It's astonishing, too, looking back at Charlotte's case, although his existence spurred others to transform. He never attacked any settlements or travelers, even when he underwent the change in the middle of the crowded street. Those who were present escaped with minor injuries at worst. I think that deep down his compassion is what kept the raging blasphemy at bay. The only time he emerged from hiding was to journey to the place where his brother died. Aye, it's clear he still retains some semblance of his former self. Another victim of the Empire's terrible legacy, along with his friends and so many others. But the Crania Lupe wasn't the creation of the Imperials alone. Many of those youths sought a place with them because they were denied one of us. Or one with us. That's why the memorial ceremony is so important. It's our chance to face our past together, to give them in death what we couldn't in life. To not deny anyone a place in memory, even if it hurts or makes us feel ashamed. You'll be attending, won't you? I haven't been ordered to, so I suppose not. In light of your leal service to El Amigo, I intend to have the conditions by which you are bound eased. Providing I'm able to obtain approval, you will be granted a degree of freedom. At the very least, we should soon have no need for that choker. There'll be no objections from me. You've done well. I see that smile. Fucking tsundere. If I didn't know better, I'd think you were smiling. Well, I for one could be happier with her efforts. Happier her efforts are being recognized. It gives me that much more motivation to continue my work with the Silver Griffins and bring the people of Alamico closer together. Everyone casts a roll over their toes. Oh my god. I will say I was kind of half hoping that she would like give Arenvald a kiss. I'm gonna be honest, I ship them. I did my best to keep up with a certain little lordling, I think we've done enough for one day. Time we got some rest. Allow me, as both the guardian of Alamigo and as your sworn comrade, to express my thanks for coming to our aid in these desperate times. No matter what manner of disaster may befall us, your presence alone is enough to keep the flame of hope burning bright. Aye, even someone on the very precipice of despair, such as Fordola, can find salvation in your guiding light. Naked, laid it on a big thick, aren't you? Heavens forbid people would stop throwing themselves in harm's way at every opportunity. There's something in Immortal Flame yourself. I kind of like that one, but I don't know. Yeah, heavens forbid people would stop throwing themselves in harm's way at every opportunity. And put you healers out of a job? Not a chance. Though, in all seriousness, we could stand to take fewer risks. In any case, it's safe to say we've all benefited enormously from your sterling work here. We couldn't ask for a better healer or a better friend. Our ambassador in Ratahan will be relieved to learn of your success. Here. If you happen to cross paths, give him my regards, would you? And so, all seriousness, you're really gonna heal a paladin, a warrior, a gunbreaker. You don't really gonna heal a paladin, warrior, gunbreaker much. I believe it. Warrior can probably triple pull in trust, same with Paladin. Yeah, I'm sure they can. They have a lot of self-healing, and even more so now than they did in Shadowbringers. Greetings! How goes it in Elamigo? Well, everything's fine. Have you seen Bloodwedding? I have not. Eliminating blasphemies. Helping organize a memorial ceremony. You have certainly kept you busy. A fine example of going above and beyond the call of duty. I'll be sure to send word of your exploits to Ulda. Wait till the Sultana hears about this. Her Grace will not be the only one to welcome this news. On behalf of the Grand Company of Eorzea and our allies, allow me to express my most heartfelt gratitude. It's amazing. Hey. And there is the end of the healer